Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, sometimes I'm asked to try things, and I've said this to you before, if it makes absolutely no sense, then I'll obviously say to them, there's no reason why the people that watch me would be interested in this, or sometimes it's something that I don't even think is a good idea, but this is different. And you'll know that I talk about food a fair bit because we love our grub. Also, it's important for me at any time I don't like food waste, and that's not just because I'm Scottish. We like our value for money. I don't like food waste because I just think that sometimes when you see what gets thrown out, not only obviously there's the food industry, they can't always help that with health and safety, but sometimes I'm absolutely shocked at what you see people throwing out. I remember when the beginning of the pandemic occurred and you saw people panic buying bread, and then a few weeks later, after everything had calmed down, sometimes I would be going a little walk, as you were allowed to do, and you would see people's bins, and out of the top of the bin, full loaves, not even opened, still in their packaging, unused. What a waste. Not only is it a waste of money, but that could have been frozen, it could have been given away to someone. So to get to the point, I was asked if I wanted to try these Fresh Keeper refrigerator storage containers. As you can see, that's the name. And the reason why I said yes was I think it's quite good for us to see how we can extend the life of a lot of the fresher food that we have. I, again, keep my food waste down to virtually nothing, but I'll show you what I always have problems with because I've got it here. Items like spinach and rocket and greenery and lettuce, I have real issues with extending the life of it, and these are the only things for me that really go to waste. Now, I bought this yesterday, and as you can see, it's already, you can't help it, it's washed and ready to eat. Whether you want to wash it again is up to you, but even though it's dry, it's also wet, so the breaking down basically starts to occur. Unless you're going to use it in one day, then already you know that you've got to either really dry it off and put it in some sort of container, or you've got problems, it's not going to last. So this is the one that we're going to use as an experiment in one of these today, but I'll show you an older one that I tried to actually extend the life of. I dried it off, I put kitchen roll in it. Now that's not too bad, but you can see that it's actually, now the kitchen roll's moist because it's absorbing any moisture that's there, but you can see that it's starting to go. But I would say I've done not a bad job with that, but that was to see if I could actually extend the life myself, coming up with my own ideas. So kitchen roll to take away any wetness, but look, you can see that it's actually the moisture, it's essentially sweating there. So one of the rockets, it'll be the fresh rocket, is going to go into one of these, and we'll see how it goes. The second one that I always struggle with is spinach. Now, I know that some people, this says it serves two, right? But I use spinach in the way that some people might use lettuce, because I always try to eat things to get my iron boosted up. So I'll have spinach with a salad, I'll have spinach in an omelette, in addition to other things as well. So this is yesterday's fresh bought, but again, it's wet. But you can't help that because I believe, again, it's washed and ready to eat. So they've done you a favour, but it also means that the process has already begun of it essentially starting to wilt. So if you were to keep it in the bag, which I've done before, then again I put some kitchen roll in just to see if it would do anything, but look what happens, it just starts to really, basically it starts to go. So that's not too bad, that's what's left of that other packet. But again, these are the smallest bags that I can buy. I don't eat it all in one go, so you're wasting your time. I also thought, can I put some in a bag and just portion it up individually? And this was only for about 3 days. No, I can't, because look what happens, it just starts to break down and it goes very squishy. So this was me seeing if there was different ways that I could actually extend the life. So didn't work for me if I put it in a bag and left it a few days. Didn't work for me if I just left it in the bag and took it out as and when I needed it. And then with the rocket, I would say this was the most successful with the rocket, putting it into the container. Again, it does start to go, so it's not the best. But to have a quick look here, so these are refrigerator storage containers. What you do is you wash and store. I haven't done this, we're going to do it together. It says it maintains the airflow so that we're actually not getting that sweating of the food, so hopefully there'll be no waste. And then it gives you some tips. So when I close the cover, to press the buckle firmly, hear a click, and that will say it's tightly closed. And when you open it, open the buckle on one side, the buckle on the other side will release automatically. So it tells you as well that open or closed maintains airflow or moisture. So you've got a bit of both. I think it's whatever, either you're stopping things going dry or you're stopping things basically getting sweaty, and we don't want that, do we? So tells us all the tips we need to know here. Got the air vent, got the colander. Oh, that's quite good. So that's helping it to the water to flow to the bottom. Ah, and then the container at the bottom too. So I've not opened these, but what we're going to do is put one of them, the rocket basically will go into one today, and the spinach will go into another. So that's the three of them here. Let's take them out. You can tell I'm not actually, I thought we would do this realistically on camera so that we could get a genuine idea of what we're dealing with. Obviously before I put these in, I will wash them. Right, there we go. And I guess that's the three there. So if you open one, the other one opens automatically. That is correct. And what I'll do is I'll just really just take out one just now because the three are different sizes. So this is the biggest one, so I wonder if I'll do this for the spinach then. Nice size. Looks good. Not too heavy. I like it. It's like a little cute shopping basket. I like that. This comes out. And there's our lid. Excellent. So there's your little vents as well. Can you see the vents? So I will get these washed. I'll put the rocket and the spinach in, let you have a quick look. And then I'm going to let you know how they look in a few days, and we're going to monitor the difference because you've seen how they look the way I'm doing it at the moment. Let's see if these really do help to extend the life so that I'm not wasting food, which I absolutely cannot stand. Okay, I've given this a wash and the sun's out so you can see it through the blinds. This very rarely happens in Scotland, as you know, so we'll go with it and we'll enjoy it. So it says with vegetables, you close the air vents, so we'll close those just now. That's on both sides. You've also got a divider, but we don't need the divider, but it's very clear. You can see what you do with it. You can either open it and then lay it in. You can see where it will naturally sit, but we don't need that. Or you can close it over and you can see that it just goes in this gap here, doing it at an angle. And that's it, but we don't need this, so we can just put that aside. And then what I'll do is just put the rocket in. So excuse me while I sit it in here. Now, you would still, in my opinion, you would use your common sense anyway. So if there was any, you know, if you're doing fruit, say there's a little bad one or there's a dodgy looking one, obviously I would take them out anyway. And I actually think I don't see any there. That all looks okay. But you would take a little look, and you know that way if there's, sometimes you'll get blueberries or strawberries or raspberries, and if there's anything that just looks a bit not right, take it out. But that's us, so that'll go in there. And then we click these on, don't we? We hear the click. That was easy. No effort at all. I've made sure that the vents are closed. And now I can actually see here that we've got circulation. Right, so let's see how we go then. So this will be about seeing if we can extend the life of these beyond maybe the 3 days onwards, where I start to find that they're starting to wilt. So I'll do this one, I'll quickly show you the spinach, and then we'll just monitor. Right, so we're going to monitor these in about 3 or 4 days time. We'll take a look. So spinach, there's more of it. Could probably still put it in the littler one if I wanted to. So this is the spinach container, and I think what the theory is that the moisture will collect at the bottom, I believe. Again, we've got the separator, so it can be long ways or as a divider, and we've got the lid. So I'm going to make sure that we are not using it for fruit, we're using it for vegetables. And then here's my new spinach. Let's dump it in. It's washed already, it's pre-washed in the bag. But again, if I wanted to dry it off, I would just take a little bit of kitchen roll over it. Right, don't see any dodgy bits. I always look just to see if there's any wee ones, bad ones. Nope. Right, so that's me clicked the lid on. So let's just take a look at this spinach then in the next 3 or 4 days. See if it gets on better than my experiment, which was if I divided it up, would it keep longer? Answer no. And then I've still got the little one, and you know I absolutely love anything miniature is too cute for me. So look how tiny this one is. Let me move this out of the way. I just love little cute things. That would be great for, I have blueberries. So I think I'll put the blueberries into here. I take them every day with the paleo pancakes, but they'd be great for blueberries, raspberries, maybe if you buy a pack of strawberries. So straight away, I'm already thinking about what I can use it for. But our main thing is to maintain the test, if you like, with the spinach and the rocket and see how we get on and if this really does do what it claims to. Hi everyone, so it's 4 days later and I'm in the kitchen. I've taken these straight out the fridge, so we'll have a look just realistically. I've not had a look to see how they are. I've not touched them over the weekend deliberately just to see how the product works. So let's go for the rocket first. So it looks dry. And it is dry. That's brilliant. Let's have a look if there's anything here. No, you can see that it's maybe a little bit of condensation, but it must be the thing doing its job because it's totally dry. Right, that's good. Let's try the spinach. Spinach is a bad one for me, it goes off so quickly. I think that's because in the supermarkets they intend for you to buy it and then just use it immediately. I did that wrong. You're actually only meant to open one side and the other side opens automatically, so that's my fault. There you go. Totally dry. Oh, totally dry. Oops, I'm dropping it all over the place. Can you see that? And again, I'll just see what's underneath. Yeah. It certainly seems to do what it claims to do. No issues at all. And then I actually found a reason to use the little one because I thought it was so cute, but I didn't know what to use it for. Oh, and also look, I made some flapjacks yesterday, so I'm quite pleased with that. That's me just showing you my healthy cooking. So here's the little one. And I thought it was super cute, but I thought, would I use it for anything now? And yes, I would, because I use blueberries quite a lot, but what happens is, because I'll maybe use a handful every morning, I don't necessarily get through the whole lot before they start. You know, you get the odd soft one. So what I'll do is I'll rinse this through in the basket. So I'll just take it to the tap, give it a rinse through, and then there we go. Difference with this one is, I believe that you keep the air vents open for fruit, not closed. So click it in, and there we go. So air vents open rather than closed because it's fruit, but that'll mean that I don't need to concern myself with blueberries going a bit soft or getting a dodgy blueberry that makes the rest dodgy. So overall, what a fantastic idea. That really does suit me. I think it's useful if you feel that you are going through too many items of fruit and vegetable that are going off too quickly, spoiling. If you don't use a full pack all at one time, if there's maybe not so much of you in the house that are eating them all before they go off, it's definitely worth investigating. So I'll leave you links in the description. I'll leave you all the information, but overall, I thoroughly recommend it. If it can stop the spinach going off so quickly as it normally does for me, then as far as I'm concerned, it's a winner. So hope you found that useful. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.